Hello, this is Andrew from the Netherlands, and today I'm going to review the JVC JR S401, as you can see here. Yes, this is how you write it. And this thing have a DC integrated receiver and the SEA graphic equalizer. That's this thing, just a normal equalizer, but I think JVC are the inventors of it. Or they claim to be the inventors, I'm not sure about that. The nice thing from this receiver is that it don't have knobs for this bass, middle bass, middle treble and middle treble bass. And so normally you have knobs, Marantz and all the other brands, they have knobs for the bass, mid and treble. And this thing have these sliders. And the advantage of sliders is that it never cracks. So you never have to deoxide these things. If it do crack, never put deoxide in it, because that's not good, no. Deoxide is for knobs and for switches, but not for sliders. So remember that. Don't make that mistake. Whenever you hear a crack, to put deoxide in it is not good. And it have a very nice, my all-time favorite tuning knob, the gyro wheel. They have a different name for it, but it is for me the old-fashioned gyro wheel from Marantz, and they just stole that from Marantz. But I'm glad they did, because that makes this thing even more special. And look at how these guys from JVC put this thing together. So they put the equalizer here, the balance and the volume, so all the tone controls are on the right side. In the middle you have a big place with FM, AM, phono, aux and the FM mute, okay, and the big tuning gyro well from Marantz. Very nice, very smooth. And in here you have just the knobs, phono, phono 1, phono 2. Yes, this thing can have 2 phonos. Loudness, mono, tape 1, tape 2. It have an SEA record, so that means when you use this on your radio, for example, you can tape it with this selection. So if you want extra bass on this thing, on your radio, very heavy bass, and you switch this on and you tape it on your cassette deck, that means that it will tape it with the extra bass. And if you leave this alone, that means that it will take it neutral, how it comes from the tuner, from the radio. Okay, that said, you also have the filter, the high filter, the subsonic filter. I don't know what that is, the subsonic filter. You have speaker 1, speaker 2, and of course the power button. This is the power button, very nice. And what you can see in top, this is very nice. This is the color of the lamps, and that's green. It's very nice. And the problem with this thing is it have 1, 2, 3, 4 lamps, but only one is working, so 3 are out. But these lamps are hard to find, because the original lamps, they don't sell that anymore. And I can't find the voltage and wattage these lamps use. I guess they are 8 volt, but I don't know how much milliampere they use. And the nice thing from these lamps is that they are green. And what I did, because these lamps you can't buy anymore, I bought green lamp paint, very small, 20 milliliter bottle green lamp paint. So when I replace these lamps, I will just take normal lamps and paint them green, so they have the same green effect like this one. And the second nice thing about these lamps is the way JVC built this thing. Look at the button, you see, so it is also shining on the tuner scale. The tuner scale, the dial pointer is also lighted. Watch this. Watch this. You see this? You see how the light goes? And that's white. It is just a white or yellow light. It also have a stereo light here, stereo indicator. So I can't tell you how this tuner scale looks when all the lights light up, because yeah, if only one light is working, the effect is of course not that big if all four are working. So anyway, it's a nice idea from JVC to give the meter lamps a double function. And why not? Why not give it a double function? It's very nice. Very nice idea. Very nice. So what more can I tell you about this receiver? Well, let's gonna have a look inside. And this thing is huge. It's look at these capacitors, very big. They are 18,000 microfarad. Very big, impressive big. And this thing really generates hot. It is warm. It is very warm. I put my hand here because I played this thing for a few hours. Oh, this thing is hot. And as you can see, this is the tuner part. This is the tuner part. Very big print plate for only the tuner. Very big. Because this is a big heavy amplifier. This thing weighs 16.1 kilogram, 35 pounds. It is heavy. And what I like from this thing is the speaker relay. It's very. I already cleaned that one, and it is very in the open, so you can just work on it. Very nice, and it is. Well, the whole receiver is built very nice. It's so open, and these are the switches. If you want to clean the switches, just point your thing like in here. Yes, yeah, and the next one you put here. Yes, the same height as this one. So here, just here. Yeah, this is how the switches work, and you have 5 of them. And then I don't know if you can see it, below you have the other switches. Yes, and if you work from here, you can reach them all. From this side you can reach them all. So very easy to work the switches, to clean the switches. And as I told you before, this equalizer don't even need to be cleaned because it's never cracking. And so I love this unit. This thing was built between 1978 until 1982. And if you are a collector from different brands and you still don't have this JVC, well, it is time to buy one. Because this thing sounds amazing. This thing looks amazing. This thing, well, it's JVC, and JVC, Japan Victor company, made this thing just, it took the gamble and it made something completely different than the other receivers. I told you before, I really like this style of tuning, and JVC took that from Marantz, and well, that's the only thing they stole from Marantz, but they put it in a different setup. They make it bigger, and the whole thing is big. The whole receiver is big. It's a monster receiver, not only in power but also in dimensions. And really, I am not a collector, and I have my Marantz 2250B as my main amplifier, and probably I will take a second amplifier, second receiver as a beginner collector. I don't know, and because I said that before with the Kenwood KR6500, this thing I will not sell. This thing I will keep. This thing will be my second receiver in my what will be my collection, but I already sold that unit. No, I sold that unit last week, so I am collector off. So that's very funny. I was just a collector for 2 weeks, or no, 1 week, and that's not a real collector. And even if this thing sounds very nice, it looks very nice, and I was hunting for this piece for about 2 months. And I'm very happy I scored this one, because the moment we are speaking, I am the only reviewer with a movie from this JVC JR S401. I saw a different review from, I think, the S501 and the S6100, but from this type, the 401, I'm the only one on YouTube, and I'm very happy with this. This thing is rare. This thing is very rare. Also, the 501 is rare, and the 600 is also very rare. So what I don't understand, normally prices, collectors prices, are based on two things: how much they will like it, how much they want it, and the second is the rarity of the piece. So if an object is extra rare, the price go up. That's normal. That's normal with everything. And this thing is extra rare, but the price is not that high. The price is, I think, below average. For a 2 times 85 watt, the only reason I can come up with why this thing is not very high on eBay, well, that's because I think of the looks. I think because it is different looking, people are afraid for it. And they maybe think, well, a receiver with this looks can never be that good. Well, let me tell you one thing, this thing is very good, and I love this equalizer. Let me tell you something about the quality. Where I reviewed the Kenwood with the thin aluminium above the plastic, well, this piece is really thick aluminium. So this thing is thick aluminium. This is thick aluminium. This is thick aluminium. So everything what you see, what is from aluminium, it's thick aluminium. It's not thin, plate above plastic. No, it is real thick and strong. Before I got this unit, it was a dirty looking unit, but I was very optimistic and I knew this thing would sound great. And I was so happy I had this one, and I am the owner now. Of course, this thing will have a new owner tomorrow. That's why I'm reviewing it now. And well, this thing have two bigger ones. It have the 501. This thing is 2 times 85 watt in 8 ohms and 2 times 110 watt with 4 ohms. So my 4 ohm speaker, they take 110 watt from this receiver, and that's what you heard just now. And you also have the 501, that one is even bigger, and the 600 or 601, I'm not sure about that. But I don't think you need any bigger than this one. This one is big, this one is heavy, this one have power. So this was me, Andrew from the Netherlands, with my review from the JVC JR S401. I hope you like my videos. Put your thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe on my channel so you will be the first one with my latest videos. So stay tuned, but for now I say bye bye.